This is the NeoLiberal Around podcast. Dear Mr. President, I know you are fond of Elon, but so too was Biden. And yet, Musk betrayed him. If he could turn on Biden, what makes you think he won't do the same to you? Let me say that again. Dear Mr. President, I know you're fond of Elon, but so too was Biden. And yet, Musk betrayed him. If he could turn on Biden, what makes you think he won't do the same to you? Dear Mr. President, I know you are fond of Elon, but so too was Biden. And yet, Musk betrayed him. If he could turn on Biden, what makes you think he won't do the same to you?
Don't write it.
Why? Why not?
Don't write it.
Deep, right?
Don't write it.
No one is talking like, nobody's talking like that, right?
Don't write it.
God just put stuff in my head. I'm telling you, when I write stuff, it doesn't come from me. It comes from something deep, something that is beyond me. Okay, God give me that prophetic spirit, that prophetic language. Yeah?
Don't write it.
Listen, but I'm not even finished. But listen to this. I'm not done. Listen to this. Musk's fortune swelled under Biden's administration. Not merely from innovation, but from the artificial winds of government intervention. Biden's tax credits for electric vehicles funneled demand straight into Tesla's pockets, distorting the free market and cementing Musk's place as the world's richest automaker. And for a time, the richest man alive. This was not capitalism in its purest form, but an unfair advantage masquerading as policy. It was Biden who had already poured $350 billion into Musk's ambitions through SpaceX, only to double down by tipping the scales in Tesla's favor by applying these tax credits and these tax benefits for people who buy electric vehicles. I was one of them, okay, because I leased a Tesla vehicle because I wanted to get, because I wanted to get the benefit, okay. So it affected consumer behavior. It drove up demand for his car. These subsidies, Dante, dictated consumer behavior, steering Americans towards Tesla, not by choice, but by incentive. But here we are in a new chapter where you, Mr. President Donald Trump, seem to have taken a different path by removing tariffs on electric vehicles and eliminating Biden's preferential tax credits. You have leveled the playing field.
You can deduct the interest. That's a big saving. A lot of people in that part of the world, in terms of buying cars, a lot of them don't think in terms of deductions. People that think in terms of deductions are very wealthy people, but people are going to start understanding what a good deduction is all about. So when you get a loan to buy a car, and I think it's going to pay for itself. I don't think there's any cost. I think you're going to have so many cars built, but you're only going to get that deduction of interest if the car is made in the United States of America. So I'm going to sign this, and Mike, I hope you can get that, because I think it's going to be...
Let me say it again. But here we are in a new chapter where you, Mr. President Donald Trump, seem to have taken a different path. By removing tariffs on electric vehicles and eliminating Biden's preferential tax credits, you have leveled the playing field. No longer will Americans be herded toward Teslas for the sake of a subsidy. Instead, all American-made cars will compete on even ground as they should. This is a move that underscores your commitment to free enterprise rather than corporate favoritism. Unlike Biden, who unknowingly armed his own adversary. Unlike Biden, who unknowingly armed his own adversary. You appear unmoved by the lure of Musk's influence. You are not bending to the whims of a single mogul, nor are you allowing the state to play kingmaker in the auto industry. This is a correction. This is a correction, a realignment with the principles of capitalism. A system that should never be shackled by government interference in the service of one man's empire. As for Musk, his betrayals may yet return to him, not by the hand of Biden's retaliation, but by the justice of consequence. Life, after all, has its own way of settling accounts. Again, let me say this. Musk betrayal may come back to haunt him without any retaliation from Biden or his operatives, but from the karma of life.
That was deep.
You know, I said Biden and his administration aided and provided comfort and support, making him, Elon. I know you're fond of Elon Musk, so too was Biden, and he stabbed him in the back. If he can do that to Biden, he can do that to you. Musk was getting rich from the huge demand from his cars, thanks to Biden tax credits and breaks we got for buying his cars, his electric cars. This was unfair competition, where Biden, who had already given Elon $350 billion to launch his SpaceX program, applied the benefit to U.S. citizens to buy electric cars, which drove up the demand for Teslas that dominated the electric car market, thereby making him the richest automaker and man in the world. This was unfair tactics that would triple one car automaker over another, thereby betraying the ideals of the free market. In effect, Biden's credits for Elon's cars manipulated the demand for consumer behavior, manipulated the demand for his car, it manipulated consumer behavior, it manipulated the demand, or it manipulated consumer behavior and demand for his cars over others. Biden helped to make Elon the richest man in the world, but ultimately helped Biden's nemesis to win. Today, Trump seemed to be above this unusual business tactics by Biden to enrich one automaker over another by now removing tariffs from electric cars and thereby Teslas. Now Americans like myself will not scurry to buy Teslas to take advantage of Biden tax credits, as they have been dismantled and removed, so that you can now buy any car and get the same benefits so long as it's an American car or cars made in America. So this would therefore affect Musk's car sales, since Trump has removed the special favors towards buying his cars. This move by Trump shows he is above the trappings of being a sycophant to Musk, and understands how unfair these credits were to the ideals of capitalism and ideals and a perfect competitive market. It means that he may not be as easy to be betrayed or stabbed in the back like Sleepy Joe was, who was unaware of the ulterior motives and betrayal of Musk, whom Biden and his administration aided and provided comfort and support, making Musk the richest in the world. However, Musk's betrayal may come back to haunt him without any retaliation from Biden or his operatives, but from the karma of life. Any comments? Sorry, you say what? You wonder what? Say that again. You wonder what people are going to say because?
I wonder what people are going to say I wonder how people are going to comment to that, because if that is true,
If what is true?
by Elon, double crossing Biden.
What is it? It is. What is it? What is this?
Well, I
He
don't
was
know- I
out
don't
there
know too
campaigning
much.
for Donald Trump and giving millions of dollars to Americans who would even vote for Donald Trump, while at the same time his program was benefiting from tax credits and subsidies from Biden, and also billions of dollars to help his SpaceX program. So, come on now.
Well,
So that's what I mean. If it's true, it is true. We know that. Everybody knows that. That's public knowledge. But what I'm saying is that, I mean, after all of that, he supported Donald Trump. Quite interesting. So I'm saying, was that a stab in the back? And if he can stab Joe Biden in the back like that, Donald Trump must be careful. But with what he announced today in terms of tariffs as it relates to cars and so on, it seems that he's above the fray. This is the NeoLiberal podcast. Please subscribe on any stream, anchor.fm. Find your stream at anchor.fm/the NeoLiberal. Visit us on YouTube, Renaldo McKenzie. And also our website is our main website, theneoliberal.com, renaldocmckenzie.com, and of course our store page where you can get copies of my book and IT solutions and access other support services that we offer. Store.theneoliberal.com. We are all about serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular always the monopoly. What good?